Guys, underway with football practice. I know it's only been a couple of days, but Dylan, just talk a little bit about, how things are going in the first couple of days.
This year we got a lot more numbers, that's for sure, and it's helping us out that we actually have a scout team this year. We didn't last year. We had about 11 people last year, and I think we started this season with 16 people. And it's looking like we got a lot of potential this year, and I think we will make it to state this year.
Okay, all right, nice to hear that. Some good optimism for the Rams. Zander, talk a little bit about, obviously you lost some key guys from the last couple of years with Seiler and Payson gone and obviously Cooper moving, but talk a little bit about what you do have coming back and what you think of the returning guys this year, yourself included.
I think we got a lot coming back. We got a lot of people coming back. We got more than last year too. And so we may be missing some of the key pieces, but honestly I don't think that it's anywhere near the end of the world. We got a bunch of personnel we can switch around and we can mess with this year. Unlike last year, I feel like, and we're gonna have I think we're gonna have to make some adjustments, but I think, personnel wise we're gonna be fine. We can switch a lot of people around and we can play more than one position.
Well, speaking of that, what has the coaching staff kind of got you focused on early where you're playing?
Right now I'm primarily at man under quarterback and then on defense. We haven't really figured that out yet, but most likely DB for now.
And for you, Dylan?
I've got just about everything. Running back, both sides of the line, and maybe even a little linebacker at some point this season. But yeah, we got a lot of spots to fill, but I think we're going to fill them right.
Yeah. What's the emphasis early on from the coaching staff in practice? What are they kind of harping on right now for you guys?
Just the basics. So we got a lot of freshmen incoming this year, and if we don't train them up, then we're not going to have a couple good seasons next year. And we're already seeing potential from a lot of them. Okay. So honestly, I have a lot of hope, and just got to keep going through the basics, training all the good stuff, all the strength, speed. Our conditioning is rougher this year, that's for sure.
Okay. But, now you just kind of smirked at that one. Why do you? Is it not as tough as last year, or are you just more used to it?
Oh, it's definitely tougher than last year, but it's just pretty funny to think about.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nothing terrible, but.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely gonna be more in shape this year.
Okay, understand that. What's a key for you guys, do you think, Zander? How does this season be a successful one for the Rams?
Well, I think personally it's just going to be showing up every practice, putting in quality reps. I feel like sometimes years prior, been here 3 years, sometimes we'll get carried away from quality reps for sure. Just quality reps, making sure everyone's paying attention, not just a few, and just putting in the work day in and day out.
What do you love about the game of football, and especially six-man football?
Well, there's a lot of point scoring, it's a lot more fun than 11-man when you watch the NFL and they only score 3 points, a lot of running around and, a lot more playmaking ability. Everyone can catch a ball, linemen aren't out of it either.
Yeah. Do you like that aspect? You get to touch the ball even if you are a lineman?
Yeah. I'm actually getting the ball a lot more this year because I'll be running back, which I'm happy about, like the promotion. But yeah, we got a lot of ambition on this team this year, a lot more than I've seen last year, and I'm super hopeful for the season, honestly, finish out my senior year.
Gotcha. What's the competition like from your guys' perspective in six-man? Who do you guys look at as some of the top teams?
It's always going to be a Little Snake Burlington encampment for sure, main competition. This year we're looking at just 1 week at a time, one game at a time. We got some new guys, so we can't rush things. We got to make sure everyone's caught up to speed. When some guys haven't gotten near as many reps as other guys here, so we're going 1 game at a time, acting like it's the most important game we've ever played.
What's your guys' favorite thing about bus rides around the state?
Well, they're long, but honestly,
besides that,
I sleep pretty good on them. So.
Okay, you like to sleep?
And the food.
Okay.
The food is great.
I'd just say the conversations. Other than that, it's just are we home yet?
So that's the dreadful part. Okay. Where do you like to stop? What's like your favorite thing favorite place or favorite food to get on the road?
Stop at Qdoba sometimes. I like that. There's a crumble cookie right next door.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I mean,
you got a favorite one?
I got nothing in particular. Just whatever I feel like that day.
Is there anything you're tired of eating on the road? Like you guys seemingly always get?
A lot of gas station burritos for me.
Yeah, that's for sure, but
surprised I haven't got food poisoning yet.
Favorite place to play besides here at home in Dubois?
Probably our first game, Riverside, under the lights. That was our quarterfinals game last year, and that was awesome. I think honestly, anywhere under the lights will do it for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm within there. Anywhere under the lights. You know, you don't get that opportunity a lot in 6-man, but got it in Matiti sophomore year and got it in Riverside last year.
Okay. So underneath the lights, is there a place that you dread going to play that you're like, oh no?
Whatever the hot places are, really hot places.
Because this is not as hot.
Yeah, no, it's usually cool here, and there's always snow on the ground in the winter, which sucks, but I mean, we don't really worry about that. We don't have any home games. But 10 sleep's pretty hot, I know that.
Okay.
I don't like going to 10 sleep.
I don't really hate anywhere in particular, but yeah, I just get 10 sleep really hot the first game of the year, but
yeah,
it's just fun to play football.
Being kind of up here in the high country, do you guys have a rival that you look at, or somebody that you really relish playing?
I mean, the only guys we truly struggle with is probably Little Snake River, but honestly, I'm hopeful about beating them this year too.
Okay. All right. You get them at home or on the road? I don't know right off the top of my head.
Got them on the road.
Got them on the road, so going to Bags, huh?
Yeah.
That's one of the long trips, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Favorite college team, if you got one?
Penn State.
Oklahoma Sooners.
Okay. Favorite pro team?
Steelers.
Cardinals.
Ooh. All right. Least favorite college team?
Least favorite college team.
Ohio State.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the same thing on that.
Least favorite pro team?
The Ravens. I mean, I'm a Steelers fan. I gotta say the
Okay.
Ravens.
All right. Understand that.
I don't think I have anyone in particular right now.
No, nobody. Not as in Arizona. Not even in the division.
Yeah, you got
No.
too many people.
49ers, Seahawks, Rams. Nobody.
No.
All right then. Lastly, as kind of leaders of this team, what do you feel is kind of your guys' responsibility to guide this team in the right direction, you think?
Personally, I like to push my team as hard as possible, or our team as hard as possible. I like to lead from the back, not because I'm like that, but because I'm slow.
Okay.
But I make sure nobody lets me beat them when we're doing cardio and stuff like that, because if they do, then that's kind of pathetic.
What about for you, Zander?
Right now, I'd say for me, a very important thing is to be more of a vocal leader, because
Okay.
I haven't really been in that role before, but I think our team would definitely benefit from that, you know, someone vocal and just, you know, being willing to make mistakes and have other people make mistakes and just having some good team chemistry.
Okay, all right. Lastly, before I let you go, I got one more for you. Is there a favorite quote that Coach O'Brien goes to, or a favorite saying that he has that you just hear over and over and over again, if it pops into your head right now?
There's a lot of them.
Oh, which one to pick? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so he's got a lot of good are they good one-liners, or like dad joke one-liners, or just motivational?
They're all different ones.
They're all something.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for the time. Wish you best luck this year.
Of course.
Yeah, thank you.
Coach, here we are, start of a new season. You're underway with practice. How are things been the first couple of days? I know you're just underway.
Yeah, first couple of days have been pretty good. You know, we got a lot of new faces out there this year. We got pretty decent numbers for 6-man, which is a good thing. We generally around 10 or 12. We're starting out here with 16 this year. 5 freshmen, a couple of upperclassmen that haven't played football since middle school, and some kids that saw some pretty good playing time last year. So it's a good mix.
What's your focus early on in practice to get you guys ready for the season here in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, you know, we've been working a lot on our basic offense, and it's been good because the freshman coach did the middle school coach did a great job last year teaching the kids the new system, new numbering system, new formations and stuff. So those kids came up and they knew what they were doing, which was a pleasant surprise for me. We only got 2 weeks to get ready for 0 week against Riverside, so we've really been focusing on basic offense, basic defense type stuff, you know.
Yeah. How do you describe this group, or characterize them might be a better term to explain this group this year with what you got to work with?
Yeah, you know, I was thinking about that last night. My assistant coach and I were talking, and I think we have a good mix of kids that I'd call green and some kids that have some experience. and I got good kids that are, the older kids are really helping the younger kids, and the kids that played last year, who kind of really did the recruiting of the sophomore, juniors, and seniors who hadn't played in a while to get them back out. We're just a tight-knit group, I think, this year.
Okay. How much do you think that will benefit you, that your team kind of self-recruited itself almost?
I think that's a tricky question. I think the benefit would be that, again, going back to being tight-knit, the kids really saw, we kind of surprised some people last year a little bit, and the kids saw that success we had, and they wanted to come out and play and try to keep building on it,
Yeah. Obviously, you've lost some talent from the last few years. I mean, the Trimbleys and Hess and Pluhar and even Kinsler are all gone. Tough question here, but what do you do to try and, I guess, replace that productivity, so to speak?
Yeah. So that's a great question. We lost 3 kids that totaled about 3,200 yards in total offense last year, combined. Right now we're kind of going running back by committee. I got some freshmen. One kid's got a little speed, another kid's got a little size, and I'm moving some kids around. I'm taking some kids that played end last year or split out, and I'm moving them in the backfield, seeing what they can do, giving them an opportunity to run the ball. And we got some athletes. We don't have a ton of speed this year like we've had in the past, so it might be a little bit of a different approach to the game plan.
Gotcha. What do you look at when you see 6-man football this year? I know you guys are in the South with some pretty tough teams, but what do you kind of see around the state?
You got, obviously Little Snake. They got a powerful program, well coached. They don't seem to rebuild. They seem to reload. And encampment, we did a little thing with encampment this summer, a little camp. They look pretty good. They got some kids coming back. They get the running back, number 20 there. He's a stud.
Yeah.
They did lose some kids, but I think they're going to have a good team in Canton. I think they're going to be good. And you got Farson and Hannah, who I think between them they lost. I think Hannah might have lost 2 seniors, and I think Farson only lost 1.
Yeah.
So I think I think those 2 teams are going to be tough competition this year.
All right. To get you ready for next week, what are some things you need to see out of your team in practice to get you off to a good start, Coach?
Yeah, consistency. Consistency. We made a decision to not to give away the game plan or anything, but we made a decision to take, maybe 15, 20 plays and just run them, and just see if we can master those in these 2 weeks, and just. Defensively, I don't know what to expect. New coach down there in Riverside. I know he's coached the Matiti before, won a state title, so they're going to be ready. He lost 9 kids, but I think they had 26 on this team last year, so I'd say they probably have 20 coming back. So, numbers are good in 6-man, especially early in the season when it's hot. You can rotate kids in and stuff like that. It's just got to be consistency and not making mistakes. We started out the year last year. We played some pretty decent football, but we made a lot of mistakes the first 4 games. A lot of fumbles, a lot of turnovers, interceptions, stuff that cost us a couple of ball games. So we're trying to limit that, and that's been a big topic of discussion. There's no turnovers. We've done a lot of ball handling stuff and holding on to the football, and haven't got much into the passing game quite yet, but we're only on day 3 here. So,
Well, Coach, I appreciate the time. Wish you best of luck this year.
Thanks, Dave. I appreciate what you guys do for the kids in the state. It's awesome.